Kivo plays Puff. Nope, nope. Kivo does indeed play Puff, but Leffen, being the BM person he is, goes for a Falcon counter pick, and that's already a dev Kivo, and and the disrespects Falcon punches, but he makes it back, of course, because if you DI up, you will. Uh, So it's not unheard of for Leffen to go secondaries. Sometimes it's because he's recently been to or is going to an American tournament and doesn't want his Fox ruined by PAL. But in this case, I just think it's a case of him trying to improve his secondaries with tournament experience. Uh, the Falcon Puff matchup is definitely. Oh, Leffen has a dominant performance so far. Falcon has a pretty decent matchup versus Puff. It's definitely in Puff's favor, but I'd say it's at worst 6-4 and probably a 55-45 to Puff. What makes Puff good is that she has a terrible edge guard slash combo to edge guard versus Falcon because it can be so easily bared to bared. She has easy rest setups, especially her crouching under grabs is what really puts this matchup in her favor. But as you can see, Falcon can do lots of work. He's one of the few characters who can actually combo Puff with up air strings. Knee kills as early as 60 on some stages, but on average on around 70. Uh, and seeing there's a ban, I think Leffen would ban Fountain of Dreams if he's thinking in a winning mind, if he wants to play to win. Oh god, the young Link is out. He didn't. Yeah, so Dreamland would be the obvious choice versus Falcon. Uh, it's a pretty good choice versus Young Link as well because if Puff takes the lead, it's the hardest matchup. Now, well, that was a very YOLO rest. But Young Link has very creative punishes versus rests. Not very good, but they are pretty decent. Downer kills very early, around 80 pre-hits if you're above the platforms, even on this stage. Especially if it's a late downer because it has knockback scaling as it stays out. So me and Armada actually arguably, but kinda invented this matchup as a counter pick versus Hungerbox. So I don't know of any high level Youngling Puff that had been played until that point. I know Vance tried it once but failed. But we played for hours and hours and hours, going for timeouts mostly, but also trying more offensive strategies. And I think at a low level, Puff loses terribly. Uh, at a medium high level, it's pretty much even, but still in Youngling's favor. But at the highest level, I would say it's even at best, or maybe in Puff's favor slightly, because Puff has an even harder time making. Youngling has an even harder time making comebacks in this matchup than Puff has, especially on big stages, because it's literally impossible to do any to catch up with Puff, who pitches tens on platforms on this stage or on Dreamland. Uh, the thing is, though, a good Puff doesn't have much trouble with projectiles because she can just bear every bomb or avoid it. She has problems edge guarding, but there are certain bear timings that Youngling can't get around. Can't get around. The same thing with using turnips against Game Watch. There are certain timings that beat is fair. Uh, uh, but the thing is, Puff has ways getting in on Young Link. Puff has a heavy punish game when she gets the bear combos. For instance, there he should have reacted to the drop down low with a bear because back 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 airs beat everything Young Link has. It's, uh, the thing is, you have to get up, you have to get below the bomb trajectory when you edge guard Young Link. And apparently there's an Uppsala player making a complete fool out of himself. He went eating after his winners bracket match, and now he's probably getting DQ'd. Leffen is looking very dominant in this match as well. Kivo messed up the missed grab punish. And Leffen is just going for random dares right now, and kivo doesn't seem to know how to punish it for Jack. Uh, yeah, I can understand the Falcon pick, but I think this Young pick is just well. Well, I also play around. I also play around versus players that are not as good. But the thing is, this is unnecessary because he's never gonna use Young Link in tournament. So basically, it's just a case of mild BM. But I respect that. I usually play bottom tiers a lot. No, well, Young Link isn't bottom. Ooh, that was a nice rest. Better rest. Let's see how Leffen punishes it. But I sometimes pull out my low or second bottom tiers in tournaments, so I can't really say much because that would be hypocrisy. So one more dare, and this is over. Yep, and that's it. That was a solid win from Leffen, and let's go into the chat and see what people say.